to change direction or niche. I will not run around in Beijing and show you our culture. And I decided to teach Chinese in live streaming. First, I will tell you my story. And I've been learning English for almost 30 years by myself. Since 1995, when I was in the second year in the technical school, I started to learn English by myself. Every day I listen to the radio. It's called China Radio International, CRI, for 2 hours a day. And in the beginning, I can only understand Beijing, China, Jiang Zemin, our former president. So it took me a long time to learn English, but I didn't give it up because every day I learn a little bit. I can understand a little bit. So later I took the adult education, we call it the self-taught examination. I applied for English major and college diploma. It took me 4 years to got my diploma in English, major in English. All the books I have to learn by myself. It's hard, it's tough, but it's fun for me because I think I have a gift of a language. Even today, I'm learning the Shanghai dialect because I like their kind of a performance called Pingtan, but they were performed in the Shanghai dialect. Because when I say Suzhou, you don't understand it, so I will say Shanghai dialect. And if you want to learn one kind of culture, and the best way is to learn the language first. Later, you can understand their culture deeply. So I'm decided to continue my story. So later, when I got a diploma, I can still not find a job because I can only know English. At last, I become an English-speaking guide. That was in 2003. Terrible. That year is the SARS. I didn't pass examination. Next year, 2004, I got my license for English-speaking guide in Beijing. So I started my career as a guide, and I received a lot of foreign tourists from all over the world. And, I only been to Thailand once, but I see people from all around the world. I can understand different kind of stories. It's good experience. So it was until in the middle, I've been to other business, help my brother. And later, when I came back to the tourism business before the pandemic, it's good, you know. I mean, after Olympic Games in 2008, the tourism in China declining, but it's okay. But the pandemic give it a finish the tourism, so it's terrible. And for the last couple of years, I have to try to survive until I think, maybe I can become a YouTuber. I tried. It's really hard. So some people say it's even harder to get a license for lawyer. I agree with that. So YouTube, it's really hard, especially for me. I have to jump over the Great Wall, the firewall. I have to use a VPN, and I learn different kind of software. Or I mean, but it's good experience and exercise. So I become a solo YouTuber, but still not no video go viral, and I have to learn. But until you find your niche and what you're good at, or what the viewers like, until I find Chinese characters. I made a video for Chinese character stories that over 5,000 views. That's good. So I decided to make my live streaming to teach Chinese. So right now I quit my job, so I have a lot of time to arrange my live streaming. So I hope you guys can join me, and It's not easy, especially for a language like Chinese. It's hard, but it is possible because today you have a different kind of method for learning. I remember when I was in 1995, when I want to learn English, there's not so many materials and the movies, and I have to go to the supermarket and find the can, and product they have English ingredients on it. So in that way, I learn English. I'm very dedicated. So, and I want to bring more value to the people, especially I become YouTuber, and the people from the world, all the world, to see my video, and I want to bring more value to the viewers. Okay, so for Chinese and every kind of language, I think when you're a baby, you know nothing about the language, and you have to learn every day, keep listening. So for our language, Chinese, it is hard. Most, not to mention about the profound meaning, and even our pronunciation, it is hard for people to pronounce. And I'm not scaring you, because even for Chinese people, if they're from different part of China, and some are from some are not minorities, even some people from the rural area, even their teachers do not speak good standard Chinese. So when the students learn in their school, when they come to like my classmates, and some of them, they do not speak standard Mandarin, 普通话. But it's not a big problem until you practice. So, and I prepared this for you. Oh, this is a mirror. Sorry, but this is a mirror. This we could pronunciation it's like A to Z. We don't say in our language it's different pronunciation. But if you master all this pronunciation, and you could pronounce our language well. So from A to Z, and we would pronounce 阿波茨德阿佛哥呵伊基科勒摩呢沃婆奇日斯特乌维乌西伊兹. That's all the kids learn from preschool or primary school. So we have a song for this pronunciation, and I hope there's no music copyright for that song. Okay, that is 阿波茨德阿佛哥科伊基科勒摩呢沃婆奇日斯特乌维乌西伊兹. That is all the 26 letters, the pronunciation. It's mirror, but I know you can understand that. So this is the but for every we call it a vowel. Those letters, each one have 4 tones. It's first tone is flat, second tone going up, third tone is curved, last tone going down, So this is and every vowel they have this 4 pronunciation. So okay, I'll try to tell you a tongue twister. This is funny. 妈妈骑马，马慢，妈妈骂马。This is the mom riding the horse. The horse is slow. Mom cursing the horse. So, first tongue. 妈妈 is mom. 骑 second tongue going up. Ride. 马 third tongue curved. It's a horse. 妈妈骑马 Mom riding the horse. 马 horse. Man slow. 妈妈骂 first tongue going down. Curse 马 third tongue horse. So this is 妈妈骑马，马慢，妈妈骂马。It is hard. So the first letter in we get final is So 4 tongues is ah, 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 ah. And the second one is we call it wo, wo. Also flat. First one is wo. Second one is wo going up. Third one curved wo. And last one wo. So it's a wo, 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 wo. And every sound, there's several Chinese words according to it. Like wo could be nest. Wo, this word we don't use. Wo is I. Wo, crouch. So if you get to practice all the 4 tongues of the Chinese characters and just keep practicing. Okay, so this is the second wo. The third one is we call it and the first tongue is going flat, going up, curved, going down. So ah, 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 ah. Wo, 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 wo. It's for me. It's like going back to the kindergarten. Okay, so this is the e. First tongue e. Second tongue e. Third tongue going as curved e. Last one is e. So e. Ah, 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 ah. Wo, wo, wo. E. And this one is wu, 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 wu. Wu, 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 wu. So first tongue is just going flat, very calm. Ah, wo, e, u, yu, going flat. Second tongue going up, like you climbing roller coaster going up. Ah, ah, wo, just remember, second tongue is going up, and the third tongue is curved, like a ah, ah. So in the mark we call it the curved ah. Remember, there's a curve, and last tongue going down. Ah, 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 ah. Wo, 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 wo. Okay, and the next one is we call it U. This is like the German letter, the 2 dots on it. So we call it U. Its 4 tongues U, yu, 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 yu. And any question you can just put on comments. I can answer your question. And the next one is this one is we call it initial, because this is at the beginning of the spelling, and we call it pinyin. And so this is e, and you can see there's ant, because the ant is e, and this one is we call it u. Because for initials they don't have 4 tongues, you just go the first tongue. And this one is bo, and this one is po, and M is more, and F is four. And this D, T. No. So funny because I have some friends from South China. When we were in the school, they could not pronounce N. They always pronounce L. So don't worry, even Chinese from different part of China, they could not speak the standard Mandarin. So I would like to encourage you. And this is L. And this is G, like a brother, G. And this is K. And this is H. This is G. Qi. Xi. Z. C. And this is two letters together. This is zhi, like a 中国 zhi wong zhong zhi. Ch, ch from ch, like a eating 吃饭. And this is shi, lions, we call it 狮子. Yeah, this is r. And this is the four tones. And sorry, it's mirrored for you. But if you have some basic knowledge about the pronunciation, the marks, this is and this is the 我. This is E. U. U. Sorry. Yu. And this is the initial, so they don't have only one tone. E. And here, like E, ya. This is Y and A together. E, ya. It means duck. I mean, the pronunciation duck is 鸭子. And also ya. Second tone going up. E, ya is going flat. Duck. E, ya, like teeth or shoot. E, ya, it could be like dumb. And this is yi an yan is eyes. Yi an yan is swallow. So different pronunciation, and you just get a different sound. So it means different things. Sometimes we have a misunderstanding, or sometimes we were embarrassed for bad pronunciation. Okay. This is wu. And here is wa. It's like a frog, 青蛙. And wa. Second tone, wa is kid, baby. And an wan is night. u a wa, sock. So Chinese, it doesn't matter our characters or our pronunciation. All these combinations, it could be like Legos, blocks. You can make them together, make a different pronunciation or make a different word. Sometimes there's meaning, and sometimes it's meaningless, or the meaning we don't use anymore. And this is bo. Here they have like a bolo, pineapple, and or bo a ba, like pulling out, ba luo bo, pulling out the radish, and also bo yi bi, pencil or brush, and bo wu bu. Here is a pu bu, waterfall, or just clothes. Because for clothes, we think it's like the waterfall. We think it's like a clothes running down from a mountain. And this is the pour, and it's a 泼水, splash water. And 葡萄means grape. And 吉普 is a jeep, it's a car. So this is the jeep, because we don't have cars in ancient China. So jeep was imported, and there used to have a factory joint venture in Beijing. So 吉普, and 破啊怕, A is last time going down. 破啊怕, scared, afraid. And this is a more, and more like touch, and more, second time going up. More, it could be mushroom, 蘑菇, and more ma, like I mentioned in tongue twister before. Ma is a horse, and more is ink. This is the fu, and fu wu fu. Fu, it could be like an adult. Fu a fa, raft. Fu wu fu, axe. Fu a fa, hair. And this is a de yi di, like a water drip. De wu du, reading. And de a da, beat. De a da, big. And this is the te. So te yi ti, kick. Te wen tun, 海豚 dolphin. Te wu tu, earth, dirt, soil. Te ai tai, supreme. This is a no, and that one's no ye nie, means twist. Yeah, twist or pinch. Yeah. And no yi ni, mad. No ai nai, milk. And no wu nu, angry. And this is a le, and le a la, la is stretch. Le wu lu, lu is a kind of here is that is kind of a leak beside the water, marsh. Le yi li, li is gift or right. Le a la, spicy. Okay, here is Daniel. The tongues are difficult. There are words and letters that sound the same when a native Chinese speaks to you. Yeah, that's right. And even for us, sometimes we have so funny. Okay, I'll tell you a joke. I got a friend the day before, 2 days ago. They went to the most famous temple in Beijing. It's called the Tanzhe Temple, near our hometown. And because every time you go in, they charge you 50 yuan. And if you go to Forbidden City, they charge you 60 yuan. But if you go to that temple, they charge you 50 yuan. It's not worth it compared to Forbidden City. So my friend and two of them go together, and they were Buddhism believers because right now the economy is not good, and they lose their job, and they wish they pray to the Buddha, and they can be blessed. And they got a certificate for believers. So they use that certificate to go in that temple for free, and every day you can go there for free. And that's good. And but my friend, he used to work for Chinese state-owned institute. It's called I forgot the exact name, but it's for the civil aviation. You know, when we launched the rocketry to the moon, and they have so many units. And the unit he worked for is called the Number 4th Institute. It's called the 4院 Number 4th Institute. And yesterday when we talked together, and he said, when I was in 4院, he said, 我在4院的时候, when I was in Institute Number 4, when I heard 4院, that means a temple. I said, yes, you went to the temple yesterday. He said, when I become a driver, when I was a driver in the Institute 4, oh, I suddenly realized that I made a mistake. So it is hard, and sometimes we have a misunderstanding even when we speak the language. But the same thing for English. I think many years ago, a kid from US, he told me a brainstorm, and he said, one night, there's a king and queen go inside the castle, and the next day, 3 people get out. And what happened? I don't know. Later, he tells us the answer. One night. The night is a night on the horse. It's not the night. So it's the same thing. Yeah. We want to see the night. Okay. So I think every language, because I also, after pandemic, also my job, I also teach kids English, my friends. And I teach them for 4 years. And right now they can speak, they can read Alice in Wonderland. So it just takes time and perseverance, and you just don't give up, and practice every day. And I remember when I was in technical school in 1995. Those days in Beijing, China just opened slowly to outside world, and we talk about the Jeep. So Chrysler had a first joint venture in China. In this Beijing automobile corporation with Chrysler, they set up a Jeep factory in Beijing. They produce a Cherokee. So in the car automobile business was booming in 20 years ago. Every year in July or June, there's called the Beijing Auto Show. That was very big. Even a couple of years ago, and all the car makers and publish the new cars in Beijing Auto Show. I still remember those days. Land Rover still belonged to BMW, and I went to a stage of Alfa Romeo, and because it's the Italian gentleman, he was in charge in that stage. I don't know how to speak English, but he know I want to take a picture with I think the car is a Spider, Alfa Romeo Spider, and I took a picture. And later, the only language English can speak is thank you, 谢谢. And that gentleman understand. Later I found wow, and that's my first time I speak English to a foreigner. And English is useful. And later I started to learn English by myself. It's interesting. It just takes time. As long as you can use it, and you will find it worth it. All the effort you did It worth it. We must learn Pinyin and Chinese characters to learn the culture, and that is the right way. Because if you want to understand our culture, sometimes there's a lot of misinformation or fake news. As long as you know the original language, you will not be fooled by other people. So today, if I watch our social media, inside the wall, there's a lot of fake news. So I like to check outside. But I really want to show you more our culture because it's really profound, long history. And but selfishly, and I need more watch hour and subscribers because I'm still not monetized. I need to make a living. So, but I realized that if you wanted to do that, you have to bring more value to people. Why people? I don't waste the time to watch silly videos. I want to learn something on social media. We must learn things. Yeah, but learning is costs a lot of time. So even today, the AI changed our life. Yesterday, when I was on the street, I saw there's self-driving vehicles, small truck, bring you parcels, delivery your shopping parcels. So that's all the AI change our life. Self-driving, all these kind of things will change our life. And a lot of people, more and more people will be laid off. So when I was young, I watched the movie Terminator. Those days we were brainwashed. Our mind was blocked because we said, wow, Skynet, it's real. So, but when I also do some chat GPT about these things, they are not accurate, and sometimes it is wrong. It's not accepted. It's not tolerant. So I think it will take a while for AI, but they will never replace us because we were made by creators and AI was made by us. So they never beat us. Don't worry. But it will take a long time to learn a language. But as long as you can speak the language, and as long as I become a guide, wow, all my years' effort, and when I can express our culture and to the overseas tourists, and all my effort worth it. So it's like being a YouTuber. All the years hard effort you doing, one day your video go viral. It's so funny, but this is life. Okay, and I will continue our study. So we put two finals together, and it's called Wolf. I hate grammar. When I learn English, I never seriously learn grammar, because when I learn Chinese, we only went to the second year in the middle school. We started to learn. I started to know there's a stuff called 语法 grammar. For Chinese, but I hate it because there's a lot of things that you don't need it. It's hard to memorize. And also when I learn English in the school, the same thing. I hate grammar but when I teach kids English, when I look back all my years experience, I finally found grammar is the rules, is the habit of our language. Okay, I lived in Beijing. I was born and raised in Beijing, suburbs. Okay, so those two finals, we call it yes, and the four tongues is I. Okay, so it could be like next to each other. Yeah, or this one here is tie could be fetus, or tire. Car, tire. and 白 白 means white, and 白菜 cabbage. It's so funny because years ago in Chinese we think we learn Chinese cabbage 白菜, but when the Americans came here, said bok choy. Bok choy is Cantonese because when Cantonese first went to US to build a railway and the gold rush, and Cantonese they say bok choy. So later, and when into English, it's bok choy, like tofu. And when we bean curd, no, they don't use bean curd, they use tofu. And 喝爱海 is sea. And 的爱带 means pocket, and 袋鼠 is kangaroo. It's so funny because kangaroo in the Aborigines is I don't know what are you talking about. The Europeans came to Australia and asked, what's that? The local Aborigines said, kangaroo. And that means I don't understand. I don't know what they're talking about. And the Europeans, that's called kangaroo. So it's the same thing. And this is A, and the 4 times A. And 4A 飞 means fly. 摸 A 梅 means 没有 nothing or 梅花 plum. 乌 A 尾 great, like a great wall. We say 长城 long wall, but in English it's a great wall. But great is a 尾 or tail 尾巴. And 波 A 背 means back, or 背心 is west. So all my years learning English, I can use it today because I don't need to check a dictionary for those common words. Okay, this is 微 and 尾 Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, and 龟 is a turtle, and 柯为葵 is a sunflower 葵花, and 特为腿 is leg, and 歌为柜 is cabinet. And this is ow. I remember when I didn't really learn Japanese, but I used to watch the TV, and there's a Japanese class. I still remember I-E-O-I-O, mami mu my mo. I don't know how to say it, but it's different with tongues, but there's different way of the language. And this is ow. And 波凹包 like 书包 bag, and 脱熬桃子 peach. So funny. Talk about peach. And when I was in Xi'an, and our local colleague told me a joke, and because some of the guide or some Chinese people, if they work in joint venture or foreign company, sometimes they would mix Chinese and English together. And I don't like to do that because it's kind of a show off. I never speak English with my friends because no one speaks English, but I don't want to speak English with Chinese because we have our mother tongue. We respect our mother tongue. I don't want to show off to people. I only speak English to foreigners. So, and when there's a party, a gathering, and their local manager and said, 小朋友，给你个 peach, a little kid, and here's a peach for you. But the P is our, I don't know the word, fleur, is our air, get out from our bottom. 吃 means eat. That little girl was embarrassed because he think that uncle would give him air to eat. attack back, she attack back. 给你个屁吃 Peach is it's a fruit. So it's so funny. So 滋熬早 here is a shower, or 早 is the fruit date. And 摸奥帽 is a hat. And this is the how can we pronounce the letter R is R, R is R, because I used to learn German for a short time. My cousin learned that. For the German, it's R, that's R. My cousin told me when you learn German for that word, you put water in your throat and you can pronounce that R. But this is R. So OU is O. And go is a hook. I hate hook because of all the YouTubers talk about hook, but I hate hook. But if you don't, sometimes I find that the YouTuber, you make a video, it's not just like a Hollywood movie. When I watch more movie, I find out that in the beginning there's a fight or something fierce. That's the hook. Okay, and yo, yo means swim, or to be oil. And 滋偶走 walk, 的偶豆 beans. And this is you, and溜 like a skate, and 漆油球 bowl. So it's like a bowl. If you know the word bowl, 球, it could be basketball, volleyball, baseball, football, soccer, every kind. This is like if you know one word, you can combine it together and will expand your vocabulary. I mean, this is all kinds of language, the same thing. And 了有柳 willow, and 鸡有救 safe. And this is 耶 and 切 cut, and 的也蝶蝴蝶 butterfly, and 特也铁 iron, and 西叶蟹 crab, or 谢谢 thank you 谢谢. In Shanghai they don't say 谢谢, they say 小鸭. So funny. And this is the 约 So 靴 is a boot. 积月蕨挖掘 dig, and 西月雪雪花 snow, and 七月雀麻雀sparrow. And this is a and for Beijing dialect, there's a lot of like mer, like we say door is a men, and Beijing dialect like to put a behind, like a mer, mei mer, no way. Yeah. So this is a hua for the flower. It means a child, kid. Is our ear, and like a 二胡, but this is 二胡 is a kind of a Chinese music instrument. And this is An, like my surname. My name is An Lei, A-N, An. Yeah. So An. And fan is a sail. Fan, fan. And 坡案盘 plate, and 波案板 plank, like a wood board, and 的按蛋 egg. And this is n n n n n. 知恩真真 it means precious, like this 珍珠 pearls. And 乌恩文文 like 语文 Chinese or literature or 文学 or this is 蚊子 mosquito. And 敷恩粉 means powder, but 粉笔 is charcoal. And like a 粉丝 fans. So fans, this word in Chinese today we call it 粉丝. We don't say subscribers, and we say 粉丝. How many people, how many fans do you have? So 粉丝 is from the English word fans. So this is a good translation. Like Coca-Cola. In Chinese we call it 可口可乐. 可口 means tasty. 可乐 means funny. So funny taste Coca-Cola. Okay, I don't drink Coca-Cola. I will drink some water. Any questions, feel free to ask me. And 吃恩称衬衣衬 shirt. And this is 音音音引引印. So 金金 it's a towel, like or a scarf. 七音琴 it's the piano or lute or zither, Chinese music instrument. Any music instrument you can play. Or 脱饮品 taste or food 食品. 鸡引进 forbidden, like 紫禁城 purple forbidden city. That's the forbidden city. And this is a 温温文稳问 and 春吃温春 spring. 了文轮轮 here this 轮 is a wheel. 轮船 is boat. 丝纹笋笋 here is a bamboo shoot 竹笋. And 戈问棍木棍 wooden stick. And this is the two dots. 晕晕云允运. 机军 military soldier. 七云裙裙子 skirt or crowd people. 机运俊 good horse. 俊 handsome. Yeah. If you say 你很英俊 handsome. And 西运训 practice drill. And this is on. So 特昂汤 汤 is a soup. 汤圆 is a kind of when there's a Chinese after the Chinese New Year, we call Lantern Festival, and we will eat a 汤圆 that is sticky rice ball with stuffing inside. 一昂羊 sheep goat. 知昂长 grow up or our palm. And 了昂浪 浪 is splash of the wave. Okay, good. Thank you, Daniel. And this is ong. So every kind of language, if you listen more, I mean, if you listen to the correct one, and you will not get the wrong pronunciation. Like the kids I teach their English, because they seldom listen to English. I just teach them how to read. So sometimes I ask them to guess the pronunciation of the word. Sometimes they got the wrong because they never heard the right one. So if you listen to the right Chinese and you listen more and more, and you will not get the wrong pronunciation. Yeah. So this is the Okay. 风 wind. 风筝 is kite. And 城 is a city, like a Beijing city. You have a city wall. And 城堡 castle. And 等 wait. And 凳 stool, like the stool I sit. Yeah. Or like a Mr. Deng Xiaoping, Deng. Yeah. And this is the ying. So 波音兵 is ice or soldier. And 坡银平 flat or apple 苹果。波银饼 pancake or biscuits 饼干 cracker. And 机应镜 could be quiet or mirror 镜子。This is a 嗡。But when I was in school, when I was a kid, some teachers that is also pronounced ong, or whatever. Wong. This is a wong. Here this cong. Cong is every day we use the cong. It's the green onion. I cook. So 喝文红 means red and also rainbow. So rainbow and red, same pronunciation. 彩虹 is rainbow. And 特文桶 basket. And 滋瓮粽 is this kind of Chinese traditional food. We eat them at the Dragon Boat Festival. Sticky rice, put beans, red beans, or date inside. I think we finished all these pinyin. Okay, and let's take a break. And any question, just feel free to ask me. It just take a while, but because the hard way to learn it is just find a Chinese movie or audiobook. You listen to it until you find one word. It appeared frequencies more and more times. That means this word is useful, because when I listen to the news, it's the same thing. And but for English, I can do that. I can guess the spelling, and later I find that word. But for Chinese, it's hard. If you like a 寺院, it could be a number 4 institution, or it could be temple. So it's really hard. Okay, then you said how to live in Beijing, and live in Beijing is a nice experience, because I love our city. We have 3,000 years history as a city, and 820 years as a capital, and also it is nice to live in Beijing. But I have to tell the truth, is we were not as open as before. So you can feel the international community, the attitude in the city. Because in 1910 or 20s, there's a German lady. Her name's Heide Morrison. And I don't know if she's a journalist or whatever. She worked in Beijing. Oh, she loved our city. She was crippled, but she ride a bicycle all over Beijing, even to the remote temple, or she took a lot of pictures of our Beijing city, and that's a treasure. So today, we can, because of her, Heide Morrison, she took all those old pictures of Beijing, and we will know our the city, what it looked like hundreds of years ago. Yeah, Beijing is a nice city, and the people are friendly. But right now in the downtown, they like people to move out from the second ring road, and the living cost become same thing. Even U.S. The CPI, it's same thing. So, but you have to enjoy life because I just quit my job and I hate my job. It's boring job. It's a waste of time. So I decided to go live streaming and so enjoy life. So that's the reason why I can do it at home, but I like to go to summer palace or go to the garden, and I can calm down and relax. I also made the long form content, and I did a lot. Walk around in Beijing, go to the garden and museum, and I even bought a 360-degree camera. Those days I thought that camera is game changer for my channel, because a 360 you can have a panoramic view of our ancient architecture, and it's not. People really want is the value. It's the value your video bring to people, not the fancy stuff or B-roll or sound effect. It's about the value. So I made some, when I did shorts, I happened to make the story of our Chinese characters. It turned out it's a very good effect, but I have to confess it's really consumed a lot of my brain. So later I did long form content for the story of Chinese characters, if you check on my channel. And sometimes, and it never happened in my life, when I doing the research, my brain, I had a headache. I have to rest for a while because it's really consumed a lot of my brain cell. 3,000 years evolution of the Chinese characters, and I can't do it all the time. So when I have to go to a nice place like a garden, and when I postpone my work, and I can watch the garden and give me a peace of mind and continue to work. So it's a hard time, but I'm preparing a long form video, and it tell you our story about the Chinese character from the ancient symbols on the pottery until today's character we can tap on our phone. And I have to say this is it takes me a long time. I'm doing it. I think I finished the 2/3. It's called 2/3. But I want to make it a more I'm gonna say the word, more content inside, not only about the world and also about our history change and compared with the 2,000 years ago or even today, because the history is always repeat. There's a war that happened 1,000 years ago, it happened today. People fight for the same reason. So we are always repeating our history. So we can find something was same thing happening in history. But today, life is, it's hard for people because young people, it's not easy to find a job. So a lot of people get laid off. My cousin, he was born in 1982, and he learned Java, the programming, for a period of time. Later, he became a teacher and teach students how to program on Java. And he been doing that job for maybe 15 years, so well paid, and traveled to other city because the school have a branch school in other city. Now, so when Chinese internet company Alibaba, Tencent, or Baidu booming, and a lot of IT company, they need the IT talent. But today, the IT company laid off people, and so no company needed those programmers. So the school for training those young people, no job, no work, no one would enroll their school. So laid off people, school closed, and that's my cousin over 40 years. And how can you find not to mention decent job, just a common job, even become a bus driver? He cannot get it because he was too old for a bus driver. So he decided to become a taxi driver. It's still hard. It's too bad. I have another cousin, and he went to university and majored accounting, and he later became a CPA, and he interned in Deloitte, and he went to KPMG later, and become an assistant manager, later become a manager. But he also almost became partner, but there's another colleague from Hong Kong become a partner. So later he decided, because the company was expanding in China, and because those days a lot of company want to go IPO in China or overseas in Hong Kong or New York Stock Exchange. So he opened their office in Qingdao. You know, heard of the Qingdao beer? Yeah. So he went to Qingdao, opened the office there. All his connections associated was in Shandong province, hometown of Confucius. So after he left the KPMG, he joined a Chinese company. They make clothes in Taobao, and they were best seller of Korean clothes for ladies, and the business booming, and right now declining. The company almost finished. So he had to come back to Beijing, but even he was CPA, and he have working experience in the KPMG. It's still not easy for him. So he decided to stay in Jinan, the capital city of Shandong province, because his connections there. And every week he commuting from Beijing to Jinan and work there because his daughter have to go to school in Beijing. So even today, like me, I speak fluent English, and it's still not easy for me to find a job. And also, I'm tired of being a guide. Just a couple of days ago, I got my friend, and he has a client. There's 3 ladies from Denmark. They are for the company called Nova. The company best for diabetes, and they have a conference in Beijing. So I take them to the Great Wall and to a hotel in downtown Beijing for 1.5 days, and I had a great time with ladies because cultural exchange and tell them more about our culture, and they really love Beijing. They think Beijing is fascinating. Okay, here in Mexico, it's the same for young people. Yeah, I think it's every word. Because I asked the people from the Denmark, I said, it's okay for young people, but this side used to be the young people in Denmark, they like to work in a restaurant because you got paid. She said that today young people don't like the job in the restaurant, the service industry, hospitality industry, and there's start foreigners work in that kind of hospitality restaurant. The local people don't do that anymore. Yeah. It's hard to make a living, but you have to go on. Okay, and it's over 1 hour, and I think I will take a break and have a rest, and see you guys later. maybe half an hour later. Yeah. Okay. 再见，拜拜。Thank you, Daniel.